Mr. Banerjee, yes, my lord, sorry. When your advocate general is making a I'm sorry, but Lordship kindly don't expect it. Expected that I know.
Amounts to provocation or not. Firstly, my lord, firstly, my annexures were relied upon with very selective things. Yes. What the state did, selective. They showed that everything is a very rosy picture, situation under control. Now, annexure at page number 24, it says over 30 houses and shops and houses were ransacked. The last line, groups carrying weapons on the streets, locals alleged bombings. Several persons were injured and a number of people were missing. Now, the Bengali annexure that says, ঠিক কি নিয়ে সংঘর্ষের সূত্রপাত তা জানা যায়নি, তবে শনিবার বেলডাঙ্গায় যত্রতত্র গন্ডগোল শুরু হয়, ভাঙচুর চালানো হয় এবং দোকান এবং বাড়িঘরে অগ্নিসংযোগের ঘটানো হয়। বেশ কিছু জায়গায় ধারালো অস্ত্র হাতে দাপাদাপি করতে দেখা যায় বেশ কিছু ব্যক্তিকে। এলাকাবাসীর অভিযোগ মুহুর্মুহু বোমাবাজি হয়েছে, তাতে বেশ কয়েকজন আহত হয়েছে। পাশাপাশি রাত থেকে বেশ কয়েকজনের খোঁজ পাওয়া যাচ্ছে না। These are also parts of annexures. Now what the state has done, my learned advocate general is very much pleased towards the police administration, but one of the cabinet ministers of the state has showed their inability that the police is unable to function in the state. I can bring it on record by filing a supplementary affidavit. There are statements of a cabinet minister of the state saying that police is unable. They are not at all able to tackle the situation. So these are all facts. What we are saying, my lord, police is not been able to tackle the situation. Large number of people they are missing. The reason why I could place it today in the morning because I am not being able to contact them.
Let these come by way of pleadings. Let these come by way of pleadings, not by oratory submissions.
Oratory, unless
let it come. Then may I place his pleadings? This we cannot fight litigations like this. This is not a political forum.
Not
that one-sided situation now.
Situation, persons from the Hindu communities are not being able to reside in the area.
I strongly dispute this.
There was an order yesterday which was passed.
Yes.
That
the difficulty with the email is, since internet is suspended, how can they contact?
No.
Then how is he making this submission? For this WhatsApp message, I got these names via WhatsApp message. A person had to come all the way down to Krishnanagar to send that message. Even the areas of Tehotto and all those areas also, internet and all are suspended. The entire area of Beldanga, Tehotto and all those areas. Person had to come to Krishnanagar to send that message. So I could send it today in the morning. One thing, what had fallen from the state, that there have been statements from various leaders from the opposition dispensation. Now, all know police at certain times have to take preventive steps. It was on one occasion, few months back, one of the members of Legislative Assembly from the ruling dispensation in the district of Murshidabad, he had commented that this sort of statements, does it not tantamount to provocation? It is the district of Murshidabad and it is surrounding areas of
I cannot
this sort of persons.
I cannot respond to this. I can name 10 persons of his political party also, including film actors. He should not make it a political
forum. The only thing is that to instill confidence in the minds of the public at large. It's what I am saying before your lordship, persons of the Hindu communities in that area are not being able to reside. Because that the area demography is the majority belongs to the Muslim community and Hindus are the minorities over that area, and they're not being able to reside in their respective.
I dispute, my lord. I have taken instructions.
A direction that to ensure their safety and security, it is the duty of the police to see that they live in their houses. So
with the suspension of internet, no news as per this.
So what would be, according to you? You are also in doubt that what is the prevalent situation there?
But what I humbly beseech your lordship is there is a BSF camp nearby.
Now the peace is restored or the situation is under control, but there has been a divergence.
What I say is, what is the harm?
State he is not a person of that locality, or not of that district. Why is he saying all these things where who doesn't reside over there?
We are Mama Bari Pishamashar Bhai bole lav nahi. What are all
politically motivated petitions?
This stray comments. What I'm saying.
I stand by what I'm saying. It's not a stray comment.
What I'm saying is, state says that they want peace. We say we want peace. Now, to instill confidence in the minds of the public at large, it's evident that in presence of police, clashes occurred. Even after they took control of the situation, clashes occurred.
No.
It's there in the report. As from your lordship.
State from your petition.
What I humbly beseech your lordship is, my lord, state wants peace, we also want peace. My lord, there is a nearby BSF camp. If there is a deployment,
the state is competent to, my lord, restore peace.
What is difficulty that what I am beseeching your lordship, we all are in a situation, we are all in dark with regard to the situation. I am getting calls from various persons with very low network. Certain the calls are getting dropped and all situation is as such. Now, my lord, if there is a deployment of central armed police forces, what objections the state has?
Suppose if the independent persons, if they go and assess the situation and submit the report, what is your...
Yes, absolutely, my lord, absolutely. As it falls from your lordship, I have no objection. If independent persons over whom the state of West Bengal has no control.
Lordship, I have a separate prayer in regard to that. Let me kindly submit.
We can have a consensus to that effect, my lord. Persons from the center as well as from the state, let a team be constituted and a report be placed.
Why?
Lordship, there is a
Center
separate
doesn't
prayer.
have anything to do with the law and
In regard to this, Lordship, actually, Lordship, this is a question of sovereignty of the state, Lordship. This is a question of sovereignty of the state. Whether the light system owner where from the issue actually had been cropped up on that day of Kartik Larai, he had been at all identified or arrested. Whether the state can show that the person who provoked a particular community to invite.
And 4 people in respect of each of those cases that were announced.
Yes.
Little come they have said that each peoples are there.
Yes.
They have also registered a case. It's so far on the basis of that audio clip.
Yes, Lordship.
They are saying that we are attempting or finding out that the situation is open to.
Yes.
And therefore, definitely, if the identity is,
Okay.
I think the person is identified, then nothing will be taken.
Yes.
Now we are concerned with the Mr. Bagchi says with the restoration of a peace
Yes,
or
Lord.
a harmony amongst the inhabitants of the local.
Absolutely, Lordship.
A maintenance of the peace and law and control. Now they say that it is under control. You say, Mr. Bagchi says that we don't know, we are in dark, but we are receiving some
Lordship, internet connection has also been suspended.
reports from a distant place. This talks about that many people are still
Yes.
not been able, and the situation is not
Yes, Lordship, because internet have not been restored. Yes.
what we say. Internet I think the real picture has to come.
Yes.
Definitely, the state has an obligation to restore this.
Yes. Yes, Lordship.
Definitely, a person being a citizen of the country has also
Yes.
and constitutional obligations to come before the court
Yes. Yes.
for the fundamental rights to be protected of the people.
Yes, Lordship.
So that is what we were thinking that what to do. Because the report is also, they say, because of the scanty or a lack of time, we could
Yes.
not. But whatever
Yes.
we happen, so we have to, because we cannot sit idle, nor we think that the matter should be settled.
Yes.
Definitely, something is to be done. Then what would be the proper way of doing it? That is what we have to find out.
Yes, Lord.
It's a public interest litigation, it's not an adversarial litigation.
Yes.
Absolutely, Lordship. Yes.
It's an adversarial. What best for the citizen of the country we can do?
Yes.
That is what we have to consider. That should be common.
Yes, Lordship.
But may
Come with an affidavit.
But there is no law. How can the Union government act without a law? I'm sorry. Yes, my lord, I'll demonstrate, my lord, on legal issue, my lord. My learned friends will kindly, my lord, tell the court under which provision of law he is making this submission.
All these are on submission. There is no affidavit.
No affidavit, nothing of the sort.
Come with an affidavit.
Your lordship's passing of any order.
My lord, may I make some submissions, my lord, on what is talking about? Yes, yes.
Mr. Dotto was relying upon page number 29. Now, what I was pointing yesterday, I'm just repeating once again, my lord, there is a self-contradictory stand on the part of the police. What they've emphasized is no casualty, repeat, no casualty has been reported anywhere in the district. Now again,
My
they say
learned
6%
friend possibly
injured.
doesn't know the meaning of casualty.
Yes, I.
Whatever is there,
Yes.
the report has come. The report indicates there has been a not casualty and injury are two different concepts.
Yes.
So according to you also, there was no casualty as such, but the several persons were injured. Casualty connotes that somebody has been murdered or
There have been instances as such.
have you got the
Yes.
on the body or something of that kind. Should disclose.
So হবে এমনি লোক মরবে রোগে মরবে বলবে এতে মরেছে।
Large number of people who have been injured, that is also not treated by that. There's no difficulty. But casualty, I believe, like you have said, or anywhere.
But we cannot bring it on record because everything is.
Bring it on record. I mean, he cannot make submissions on the bar.
Cannot.
How am I to respond? Yeah.
It's these. Let's say
PIL seeker will not make any research.
to that, if they say there was no casualty, and then it appears there was a casualty, a serious issue. Serious scenario will be changed. Will not spare. Will not spare.
But what had fallen from your lordship, my lord, if a team is being formed, my lord, with that of the state and that
So
comprising,
he cannot make that submission.
My lord,
Under which law is he making this submission?
And from some.
But he has never, well, with respect, but I do not point fingers at the my fraternity.
He has said that what is fallen.
But after all, my lord, he is an advocate. He should come and point out some law.
With an affidavit.
Some law which permits.
He cannot say. How can I take the court? The report appears to be a bit scanty. You say that certain information has been received by you in the morning. Now you have received the information. We wanted the detailed report of this regard. We also wanted him to bring certain facts which now is by the exhibit before us. And we also wanted the center to give his assessment to the situations and then submit what information they have. Let us see. We are this
But on that note, kindly permit me to make some submission. So far as the center part is concerned, you kindly hear me. Please hear me on this, my lord. First is, my lord, your lordships know, my lord, that the central does not have the power under the constitution to frame any law.
talking about that. I just wanted the assessment of a situation.
No, but how is the central government here? Why not the USA government made party over here?
He cannot appear.
Why, this is made with respect. Kindly see, my lord, your lordship should comment on this also.
Yes.
Making unnecessarily, my lord, the central government and the central agencies parties and moving the court and looking at the central agencies advocate and my lord, the court's attention is invited that please ask the central government to file a report. My lord, this is a practice, my lord, which should be given up. Kindly look into the cost title of the writ petition. Please have a look to it. What has these people got to do over here?
Call for the yes. Sir, a copy can come.
But up to 5, all right. Yes, in every matter this is going on. Kindly take judicial notice of this. This has to stop. There's a public interest litigants, my lord, cannot take the court for a ride. My lord, I have made these submissions over and over again. That it is not that politicians cannot file litigations. But you should prevent the politicians from filing litigations to have a political mileage. You know, the person of Calcutta, a lady of Howrah, has tears in their eyes for Murshidabad. There is no advocate in Murshidabad practicing in this court.
whether that is impermissible.
Of course, it is a point to be noted. And what research has he done?
Yes.
When I make submission, I will support it. Now kindly see the cost title.
Mr. Banerjee, yes, my lord. Sorry. When your advocate general is making a but lordship kindly don't respect it. Respected, but I know. It is also respected. When I know the
on the external budget as present for his subject. And I'm sorry, my lord, I'm sorry. I'm sorry with your lordship because Advocate General is here, but he has compelled me. The lordship knows. The Honorable Chief Justice is then wasn't him in court. He cannot. Wasn't him in court. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Tell me, my lord, I will go out of the court. But I will not tolerate. I will not tolerate the attitude.
But that is not the way. When your senior is there, he's talking.
He's so gentle, my lord, he can't.
That's not the way.
When we are tackling, we are shutting them. We are
Sorry, my lord, I'm sorry. I'm sorry with your lordship, but not for him.
We are just trying to find out the solutions. We are trying to find out the way. It's not adversarial litigations. This is not expected.
I'm not expecting, but I'm sorry to your lordship, I'm sorry.
There's a dignity.
But kindly caution him.
This is not.
Yes,
We have already prevented it. If he was, then we say no. When he is making submissions, you can't. Have we not prevented him?
There is an instance, my lord, your lordship.
That's not. He was talking about how to tackle a matter we know. Bench controls.
Yes, but I'm taking leave from your lordship, my lord. Does it?